Welcome to Talking That Talk with your guy, the dating walker, the relationship Jedi Luke Sky talker, the hard-nosed truth teller, the smack you with nothing but the factual mic slayer. There are many out there, but like me, there are none. You want the truth with relationships? Well, here it comes. The one and only, and the only one, the relationshipologist, Jason Dr. J. Ortiz. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is Talking That Talk with Jason Ortiz, and for this video I want to just give a couple tips on to the women on dating a man specifically, but whatever your preference, I'm down with that. So we know when we enter the world of dating, there's a lot of potential for miscommunication, mishaps. Our nerves can get involved. Things can possibly go wrong. There's a few things to do to eliminate that. I mean, there's tons of things to do, but we're just going to tap on a couple. Maybe 4 or 5. The first one I want to talk about is, I think it's very important. You need to forget about your ex. When entering a new situation, no matter where your heart resides, no matter if you're just dating so that way you could forget about your ex, which is a whole nother video, you can't bring that up. Your attention needs to reside in the individual that's in front of you. And one of the biggest turnoffs that men encounter in early dating is women that just can't stop talking about their ex and the woe is me moments and the he did that and he was no good. And you know, it takes from what we're trying to present as an individual. We're not trying to compare against this guy. We don't know the situation. We're only going to know your side of it in time. But we really don't want to feel like we're being measured or we're being compared to, especially someone that just broke your heart or someone that you know, either you broke their heart or whatever the case is. We want to be looked at as an individual. So on the first date, you know, try to refrain from talking about your ex. And, you know, I know that in some weird dates, people tend to ask about stuff like that, you know, how many exes you had and all this silliness. That's another video. But whatever the case is, try to refrain from talking about that, please, because that is such a turnoff. Another tip is, and this pretty much goes along with life, don't be phony. Be real. Be you. Be genuine. Don't be afraid to, you know, let the you shine through. Don't worry about what you think this guy is into or what you think this guy's type is, or, you know, no. Being you is beautiful and being you is enough. And if it's not good for him, guess what? It's good for someone else. And what's important is that your ultimate happiness, and of course happiness, you know, originates from within, but there's external elements too that we should also be able to have. It isn't only internal. So be you. Give that person a chance to genuinely know who you are as an individual. Don't be fake. Another thing, in that first date, slow it down a little bit. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, don't jump the gun. What I'm talking about is, on the first date, you know, don't present to this guy verbally that you're marriage material and that you want 3 or 4 children and this is what you're looking for. I want to settle down right away. He doesn't even know you yet. You don't even know him yet. And if that's what you want out of this situation, I think that you should get to know the person first. Because there are, and this is a very unfortunate reality, there are people out there that will agree with whatever you say just to get whatever they can out of this date. I'm going to need you to hold back. I'm going to need you to hold back so that way you don't get the agreement type out of this person. What you get is him telling you who he is and you learn about him and him learning about you. But I'm going to need you to not give too much, because if he just yeses his way through, you might be misled and fall through and say, oh wow, he wants what I want, but he's just agreeing with you. I'm gonna need you to fall back on that. All right, not too much. Don't give too much on you know, what the end result of a relationship is you want. Try to appreciate the moment. You know, when you're dating someone new, this is new. This is a new person that you don't know. Try to learn some things about them and let them learn some things about you. Like I say, share the stage with them. I think that's dope. Another thing is, don't reject compliments. When a guy gives you a compliment and you immediately like swat it away, or you, oh no, I don't agree because this, you're setting a stage for him to refrain from giving you compliments moving forward. After a while, guys feel defeated in that department. And, you know, I don't think no one even talks about that. I have yet to see a video about that anywhere, but I don't think people talk about that. But I will tell you that I know it for a fact because of the people that I speak to and, you know, the stuff that studies and whatnot. That sets the stage, and men get a little bit pushed back on that, and they won't give you the compliments that you might feel that you want moving forward because you've already rejected it, and you set the stage that, you know, you're not gonna really, you're not well at receiving compliments, and they feel pointless. And you may think, well, he should try anyway. No, well, then you should try too. How about that? How about we both try? So don't put the onus on one person that he should only be giving compliments. You should be willing to accept them because he's telling you something that he sees. It isn't what you see. This is about his expression to you. It isn't about what you think about it. It's him telling you something. Try to embrace that. Look at it that way. He's telling you something about what he sees, and that's important to him because he expressed it. Look at it that way. The last thing, and it kind of piggybacks on the whole, you know, be yourself thing, is speak freely. That doesn't mean give too much. That means speak freely and speak your mind. What happens a lot of times is you get into a conversation with a guy in the first date or vice versa, and your political views differ, or your religious views differ, or your whatever, what you find to be success differs from what he finds. Don't agree with him just for the sake of agreeing, because, you know, you may find something physically attractive, or you may just want that second date, or whatever it is. Don't agree just to be agreeing with guys. The yes person ultimately ends up unhappy. Speak freely. Now, this isn't to be debating on a first date, because that's whack. You have to also be willing to accept people's positions. I know for a fact that there are people that they only date and they have whatever draws the line after that. I only date people in this religion. I only date people with these political views because I don't want those debates at home. Whatever it is, I've encountered people who have those strong, hard lines. You may be one of them. Speak your mind freely, and that way you know where you stand with this individual. So you don't have to, you know, invest too much time and then it's just a waste. Although, you know, education in any situation is never really a waste. But, you know, you can move forward and do something that would make you a little bit happier. So hopefully these little tips were a little bit helpful. Of course, there's an extensive list of tips and things that'll be a little more, you know, powerful moving forward. But I just wanted to help a little bit with those small tips. Nothing that you really have to alter a lot, but just enough that, you know, it'll get you moving forward. Hopefully that was good for you. Have a good one. This Talking That Talk with Jason Ortiz.